Hey, YouTube. It's Barbara here. It's been a while since we have hopped on live, but I'm back working on a lot of things. About to get back to popping off with these seller calls. So let's get this party started. How have you guys been? I hope you guys have been successful and making things happen, making things pop off as we all should, especially in this economy with all of the madness going on in the world, right? We got to create a life for ourselves and income for our families. And that's really, really important, especially as we navigate through this uncertain time. Well, it's always been uncertain, but it's like with this presidency, Lord Jesus, we going through some things. We all going through some things. However, I will say that real estate has always, for me, it's been great. Like it's performing. I'm closing deals. I'm happy about that. And yeah, so if you are interested in learning more about the probate niche, guys, click the link to get my free ebook. Follow me, like, subscribe, share my videos with your friends and your family. So I'm about to call this seller real quick. She spoke with my assistant. She has a property in Gwinnett County. And November 2024. Gwinnett County. And she said her property was vacant since October. Her mom passed. Her mom was 90 years old. And she also mentioned that she's talking to other real estate investors as well. And I pulled the comps on the property already. I want to stop saying I pulled the comps on the property already. The renovated comps are over. They're between like 330 and 3. Hold on, wait. They're between 330 and like 360 maybe. Let me pull her up on the screen too. Let's see if I can have a conversation with her and get something rolling. All right, let me pull her in my system real quick. Oh, here it is. Oh, did I already? Hold on, wait, that wasn't it. Let me see. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. And I'm also going to show you guys exactly how I pulled my comps too. What's her address? Oh, 2840. I'll show you how I pull my comps. Let me go to her comps real quick. I like to do a half a mile radius. I like to see sales from the last year because the sales from the last year also includes sales from the last month. I like to see what's actually happening in that market. That's kind of how I move. So let me call her. Let's see if we can get something popping off. And we call her at this number. And pull up my script. Gotta make sure you had the scripts pulled up, guys. Let me see. All right, here we go. You got to get ready to put your game face on. You can't just be going out there winging it, right? Even though I've done this 1,000 times, I always still keep up my script so I don't forget some certain things. All right, 1786. Let's see.
Hello, you've reached Teresa. Please leave a message.
I'll call her back one more time.
Hello, you've reached Teresa. Please leave a message.
Hey, Miss Teresa, it's Barbara here. You spoke with my assistant in regards to your estate property at that property to see if this is something that we could potentially purchase from you. Feel free to give me a call back. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hello.
Hi, Barbara.
Hey, yes, I was just leaving you a message. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. I was actually on the phone when your call came in, and I couldn't switch over. So, but I am available now.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you spoke with my assistant, I think earlier today about your estate property.
Yes.
I see that you're looking to sell it. I'm assuming within the next couple of weeks or so.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was just trying to figure out if we could potentially, make something work, for both of us, and see if it's something that we can actually purchase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am in conversations with another investor, and we're at 300, but right now he seems to be dragging his feet and sending me the contract. So I just thought I don't want to just wait for him and it never pan out. So I've got a couple that have reached out to me, and I'm kind of returning those calls. So
Yeah, I got you. So let me ask you this question. If it's something that we can agree on price, is it something that you're looking to get started today, or you kind of, you need a little bit more time?
my only holdup is I'm waiting for probate to actually give me my official papers in order to close. I have the last form that they needed from me was submitted on March 11th. So I feel like any day now, those papers are coming in. They say it typically takes 30 days once the last, I had to have something signed by my nephew. Once the last thing, comes in, it normally takes about 30 days for the judge to act.
Understood.
So it is a will situation. It's not controversial. It's just going through probate.
Understood.
So
yeah, I've been doing probate for 10 years, so I understand.
Okay, so you do. All right. Well, you know more than I do about that. Right now, I'm just waiting.
So you're waiting for the letters of administration? Is that what you're waiting for?
Yes, that is what I am waiting for. So I thought, I have a real estate attorney that will look at everything on my behalf. So I thought, well, I could go ahead and get a contract from someone, have him look at it, and then, surely if we close in a couple of weeks, I'll have the letters that I need. So
yeah, that's fine.
That's why I feel comfortable going forward right now.
Yeah, let me ask you this question. Is it occupied? Do you have family still living in there?
No, it is unoccupied. My mother's the only one that lived there she bought it brand new in 2000, I believe, and she's the only one that has lived in the home. And she passed away in October. So
yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Got you. Okay, so let me ask you a little bit about the condition. If you have a couple of minutes, do you have an idea? Do you have an idea of what the age of the roof is? Is it 25 years old?
I do not have any memory of that, nor do I have paperwork of that. The general consensus is that the roof looks good. I had a neighbor tell me that Mom did have it replaced, but I cannot answer that definitively because I do not know.
That's fine. And then let me ask you this. You may or may not know, but what about like her HVAC system? Do you think is the original system, or
it is not the original system? No, but I cannot tell you how, what the age is, but it is not the original.
Okay, so it may have been replaced, which is fine. And I know you don't live there, so I know some of these questions you may not know the answer to. That's okay. Just trying to get an idea of the condition. And as far as electrical, you think it's the original electrical that was there, or you think that she may have had it upgraded? Or
no, it would be original.
Okay.
I say that I have no knowledge that she's done anything or had any problems.
Yeah. The house is fairly new, so I'm assuming she probably wouldn't have to had got her electrical upgraded. I'm sure it's probably a 200 amp panel in there. And then, do you know if she had any problems with any plumbing or any water type issues or anything like that?
No,
No. Okay. All right. That's
I'm not
fine.
aware of any.
Okay. And it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Am I correct?
It is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Yes.
Okay. And then is it
A two-car garage on a slab.
okay on the side? Okay. No basement. Got it. Okay. And then you know if she had any upgrades in the last 5 years, like maybe like the kitchen.
No, not well. I mean, I'll take that back. It's a new microwave and a new dishwasher. The refrigerator, the dishwasher and the microwave were in the last 5 years, for sure.
Okay, so it's like, is it black appliances, white appliances?
They're white, the white appliances with a white cabinets.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to gauge.
Absolutely. I don't mind. I don't mind answering these at all.
Okay, and do you know if she had any updated like flooring, maybe like some vinyl hardwood floor? Or
there was some in the living room, dining room area, and one little hallway that goes to the 2 bedrooms. It's kind of a split floor plan with the master on one side and the 2 bedrooms on the other. She did, I can't tell you when this was, but she did some sort of I'm going to call it hardwood, but it's not. It's a laminate of some sort. She did that. All 3 bedrooms have the original carpet in it. But that living room and dining room area was changed. The 2 bathrooms and the kitchen had the original linoleum.
okay, that's fine. Okay, all right. And then let me ask you a question. Just out of curiosity, like if you were going to bring it up to today's standards, like how much do you think it would cost to actually get the property up to today's standards, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we've actually had those estimates done. I live in South Carolina. To be honest with you, if I lived in Georgia, I would flip this house myself. I would update it, put it on the market in the high 3s, and I think it would sell in a matter of a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I live in South Carolina, and it's just a little far to manage. So the estimates that we received were just over $10,000 in changing out flooring and painting and, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I might, because I'm kind of persnickety, I might have spent a little bit more and changed out light fixtures and,
Yeah, that's me.
stuff like that. So but you can do that and shop well and be able to update those kind of things as well. But that was not on that list.
Understood. I got you. And then can you tell me a little bit about the neighborhood? What do you think about the neighborhood?
Oh, the neighborhood is very desirable. It would be considered a starter home neighborhood in that area because of just the price of houses these days are insane.
Right.
Mom's house is on the smaller end, and on the lower end in the neighborhood, like there are houses in there that are well over the $400,000 mark. There are not a lot of houses there are no houses in her neighborhood for sale right now. Mm-hmm. There were 4 that sold in 2024 and one that has sold this year, and it sold in 3 weeks. It sold for $365,000, and it was very, very close to Mother's floor plan and everything.
Yeah.
And that sold in January. So, and then lots of the area around is close to the high school, Archer High School, close meaning like 2 miles away. Lots of established neighborhoods. It's a good area.
You never thought about maybe renting? I know you said South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
You didn't think about renting it out, maybe?
Oh yeah, I've thought of all the scenarios, but to be honest with you, my life is here. I have grandchildren. I have 4 grandchildren under 3, and I don't need to be trying to manage something long distance. I really don't.
Yeah.
I actually do. My husband and I have flipped properties before.
Oh.
My son does it here in South Carolina. We have an Airbnb that we own that we rent out. So I dabble in the industry, but and honestly would love to flip it myself, except that I just can't. The reality is I need to not do this.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, we would be looking to at least make a decent profit on it, just I mean, I'm sure you, like you said, you guys have done some of this stuff, just understanding where we are interest rate wise and just trying to get into something that's fair. Do you guys have, is it a mortgage on it or is it paid off?
No, it's paid off. She paid cash for it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's amazing. So I want to pull up some of these comps really, really quick. I see a few that's sold. I see one that's so. Are you familiar with 1730? And if I'm pronouncing it wrong, please correct me. Is it Alcovo?
Okay.
Alcovo?
Alcovy.
Yeah, I see one that sold for 365.
Is that what in January?
This was actually October 2024.
Oh, okay. So one of the ones from last year.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at another one that sold in January. That one sold for 360. That was 1735 Okovi. So that one sold this year. The other one sold. Because I try to go back a year back in my comps. Normally I'll do 6 months, but I think a year is fair just to kind of see like what's the trend.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then I see another one at 2730 Amberley Hills Terrace. That's like a half a mile away. That's a 3.2. That one sold for 333. And then square footage wise, they're pretty much close in square footage to you guys, to your property. Yours is, let me see, yours is 1,586 square feet. It's a little bit smaller. Like you did say that yours is a little smaller, but yeah, yours is a little smaller than the others. The one that sold in January is 1,729. Plus it says plus 143. So it's probably around 1,800. Then the one that sold last year, 1,660 square feet. So they're just a little bit bigger. But these were fully renovated. And I do see one that sold, yeah, this was the most recent one was March 6, 2025. And that was Amberley Hills Terrace. And all of them look just like yours. They're just, the one level, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, got the garage and everything in there. And let's see, did they sit on the market? I don't think they sat. I gotta look for the days on market. That's something that we take into consideration too. So I really wanna. So I'm in the DC area, and so Georgia is one of the markets that we're kind of knocking on the door to. I really like Georgia. I've been there a couple of times, and like DC, our prices here are a little bit higher. And I have a team in in Georgia and Gwinnett, so.
Are you a hedge fund or?
No, we're direct buyers. We're direct
buyers. Okay.
Yeah, we're direct buyers. And this is something that I would like to take down because I don't have to worry about a basement situation, have to worry about water stuff. So
sure.
I love like a slab. Like that's like what I prefer. But I know you said that other investor was at 300. We will come in a little bit less than that. We do purchase the property. Of course, we're buying it as is. You don't have to do any repairs. You don't have to pay any realtor fees. You don't have to pay any commissions, anything like that. And, we'll be buying it as is. Based off what I see and based off what I'm thinking, I think we'll be probably somewhere between like 250, 260 range. Just because we have to, of course, like we're cash, meaning that we don't necessarily have to go through bank financing, right? But we will be technically, getting a loan for it, right? We still have to pay money for our money, and then we're going to be taking care of all of your closing costs, and plus we have our closing stuff that we have to take care of too. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's something that you can wrap your head around.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Like I said, I've been in the industry, but at this point, that makes me be a little more patient for my 300 guy. That is the mark. And honestly, I think I can hit it on the market and list it for less than 320. And I think I would sell it between 300 and and somewhere in that ballpark. So at this point, I'm not willing to go less than 300 because I don't feel like I have to. So
yeah, that's totally fine. But let me ask you this: if you put it on the market, you gotta. I mean, at that point, you'll be looking for a home buyer, right? So you'll be paying a commission to your agent, and then closing.
There's a real estate firm that I can go through that is a flat fee for them to put it on the MLL listing for me for a $500 flat fee, and then we would handle all calls and transactions ourselves, which I'm comfortable doing. My son has offered to do it on my behalf if I didn't want to. So I at this point, we're probably gonna try that route and see. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to even managing yard care and having to cut the grass when the Bermuda comes in and all that stuff. So
right.
I do understand that.
I mean, this is something that I really like. I know that price probably, like you said, wouldn't work for you. I mean, do you have any flexibility at all on that 300? I mean, is it something that we can try to make a win-win situation for both of us?
I really, at this point, don't have much, unless this guy just totally closes the door and walks away. And then I would say by the next day, I will put it on the market. I kind of need to try that first. And part of it is just the responsibility of stewardship and getting the best bang for my family that is actually inheriting and splitting the money. I have a responsibility to them that I want to do the best that I can in that regard. So
yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, I don't feel like we're far off though. I don't feel like it's a situation where I'm so low that we can't try to make something work. And this will be a situation where you don't have to worry about the market. Like we're literally going to close within the next 21 days. So you don't even have to worry about putting on the market, waiting to see what comes in, going like, I mean, it would be a fast transaction.
Right. And I do appreciate all that. But right now, today, I'm going to say that, you're on my list. I'm not closing the door, but right now I'm not willing to walk through the door yet either. So you're just going to need to give me a little more time to try to get something higher first. And I'm not ready to negotiate below 300 right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Did you have any pictures of the property by chance?
I did. I don't know if I think I actually might have deleted those. So I have sent them to the guy that I'm talking to. So I don't believe I do, unless they're on where I sent. I might be able to locate some. So could I text them to this number if I find them?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. This is definitely my direct sale. So I can always still put something together for you. But again, I know you're waiting for the other person. We're serious about what we're trying to do. And you said that. So let me ask you this question before I let you go. So your time frame. So you would be looking to get this done exactly like, I know you got to get your letters of administration, right? So you're saying after you get the letters of administration, you would pretty much be ready to make a decision.
Oh, absolutely. The next day I would close.
So your time frame is pretty much ASAP. So what I could
do. I'm ready. The house I've gone through everything. It's empty. It's, I've done the hard work.
Got it. So if this guy doesn't get back with you, when is his deadline for you?
Honestly, he actually told me this morning that there was a death in the family. I'm trusting he's telling me the truth. I have no idea. So I would say come Monday or Tuesday, I need something in my inbox from him, or I'm just going to tell him I'm listing the property, or I'm moving on, and you're done. So, right now, just pulling the funeral card. And again, I care. If he's telling me the truth, then I do care, and I'm very sorry for his loss. So, but I would say, I would give him definitely through the weekend, and then we'll see where he is on Monday or Tuesday. And again, I don't know if he's telling me the truth or not. That's the other thing.
Mm-hmm. I understand. So what I can do too is if you send me those, if you get a chance to get some photos or just try to retrieve them, I can submit this past my partner, in my finance department, just to see if this is like, maybe we can kind of come up on price just a little bit based off of what we see. Right now we just have some notes, but if it looks pretty solid, I mean, it's based off what you said, it sounds like a really great property. If we could come up a little bit,
Okay.
and
Well,
maybe we can, yeah.
Are you thinking you would rent it or just flip it?
That's a question that I have to talk to my partner about.
Okay.
We may flip it, but we may hold on to it,
Yeah, I mean, I do know you can pay a little more for the property if you're planning to hold on to it to recoup some of that, rather than just, flip it right away. So I do know that there are some rental properties in the neighborhood, so it is an option. But I don't know what they go for in that area.
Yeah, I mean, our primary goal is to actually flip, since we're not technically in that market. I know laws and things are different, well, in DC.
Do you renovate and flip?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Do you do a short flip? You do the renovations yourself?
Okay. Yeah, we renovate and flip. But I know, like in DC, the tenant laws they favor the tenant. So, we're a little bit leery about, we're not.
I see. Sure.
But so we definitely flip it for sure. But like I said, if it's in the condition that you said it's in, and if you can send me some photos and I can verify that, I can see if we can come up a little bit. Like I said, I don't think we're too far off, and we can get it done, within the next month or so. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let me see if I can recover those and send them to you. And I'm not closing the door, but I'm just not walking through it right now.
Yeah, I understand you want to get the most for it. I get it. I really appreciate your time as well.
Okay. Well, thank you. It was nice talking with you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So I need to put these notes in here. So she's definitely want to sell outright. She seems like she's a professional. She mentioned that her husband and her they flipped a few properties, and she said her son, who's in South Carolina, also flipped properties as well. I'm looking at the comps. I mean, based on what she said, the house is pretty much a brand new house. It's only 25 years old. She said her mom bought it in the year 2000. We're in 2025. 25 years is not a long time for real estate. It does seem like it's in a really good area in Georgia. And if I can see the inside of it, it might not be a bad deal close to I don't want to hit her at the $300,000 mark. I don't want to do that. But it looks like it would be a good deal, even around. I mean, if we can get 365 for it on the out, probably 275 would be the max offer. And then I can wholesale that. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking with that. All right, so let me put a note on here. Spoke today. Notes coming soon. So I have all of my notes. I like to write my notes because I'm just still like an old-fashioned person. I'm really old-fashioned, quite honestly. So that's that. We'll see if we can get that one locked up. I'll send her an offer though, but I'm not going to send her an offer until after she sends me photos. Not interested at this time. Yeah, because what happens is when some of these deals, you gotta let them work a little bit. You gotta let them earn your business, because at the end of the day, you're still a buyer. If you're buying property, let me see something. Okay, if you're buying property, shit, they lucky to have you too. So the way I look at that is, I'm not pressed to send an offer. I'm not pressed to make a commitment, because at the end of the day, it's a blessing to actually get my money. So, you got to work a little bit for my money too. I'm going to call this lady. She has a property in Upper Marlboro. She said she don't want to sell it. So these leads, that lead came from a cold call from my VA. I'm gonna call another cold call lead from my VA. This is a probate. I'm gonna tell you about it. Hold on. Hello. Hey, Miss Tracy. This is Barbara. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great. You spoke with my assistant maybe about yesterday or something like that about your property in Upper Marlboro and estate property. Did I get you at a good time?
I spoke to who?
You spoke with Tracy. It was on the night. Yeah, you spoke with her.
And I let her know that I wasn't interested.
Yeah, you did. And I just wanted to introduce myself, and just to see if you were maybe thinking about selling sometime in the future. If not, it's totally fine. I just wanted to see if that was the case.
No.
Okay, got it. You got family still living in there? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
I'm still here.
I couldn't hear you. I wasn't sure your phone. So what you say?
Hello?
Yeah, it sounds like you were are you in a bad service area maybe? Hello? Hello? I'll just call her back. It sounds like she's in a bad service area. Sounds like her phone's breaking up. So she said that she's not interested in selling it. So here's the way. This is the way I do it. Realtors are tough. I'm a former realtor. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm a realtor and I'm also an investor as well. So the way I work is if if my VA said the person said that they're not ready to sell, I still call back because sometimes the client or the potential clients, they kind of like, you know how it is being American and talking to, you get a phone call from somebody in the Philippines, you'd be like, no, I'm not interested. So me as a professional, I just want to go back behind my VA just to see if I can extract any additional information. It works like a charm every single time. She never said no. She just said not right now. So this is another lead. She said he wants to sell. He requested for, okay, let me call this person back. So just because somebody tells my assistant no, that doesn't mean they're going to tell me no. So that's the reason why I call back, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. Okay, Phil. You're an investor too, I'm assuming. It's on Quackenbull Street. And just so you know, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with me, but I mainly do I do a lot of probate. That's pretty much my niche. And when you cold call, do you mention distress? And when you cold call foreclosure or tax delinquent, do you mention the distress or make a normal call? Yeah, I always make a normal call. I don't try to get personal with people because I don't know them. And people be like, hey, I seen your property in foreclosure. I feel like it's kind of offensive.
The wireless customer.
I'm gonna call back one more time. I feel like it's a little bit offensive and intrusive because that's not in my, I mean, I don't know you like that to be kind of coming at you like that. So I didn't answer. I called 3 times, they didn't answer. Called 3 times, no answer. I try not to get so try to call 3 times, no answer. So I'm putting a note on here. I try not to be so intrusive because it's really technically none of my business. But people know that their mortgage ain't paid. People they know. They know why you calling about their house. And then I don't really call tax delinquents. That's not something that I really do. I mainly do probate. I do pre-foreclosures. I do some absentees. I don't do tax delinquent. Not that it's a bad thing. I just don't. Especially like in the DC, Maryland area, you have the right of redemption for about a year. So you win that deal, and then that person still has a year to redeem. I just don't have that type of time and money to be waiting for somebody to potentially come back. If that makes sense. In my area. Some areas, some states, once you buy the property at the tax auction or wherever you're buying it from, you get the deed immediately, but not in DC, the DC Maryland area. No, they have a year to redeem. And my strategy is not, I mean, unless it's like such a sweet deal, like we're so freaking sweet where I just can't lose, then yeah, of course, it makes financial sense. But most of the time, it's not like that. Where major markets you joint venture? I mean, I'll joint venture anywhere. Honestly, I'm in the DC market, but let's just say I don't know, you're in the market or you need help. At the end of the day, if I'm talking to someone who knows the area and you can kind of give me insight, I can have a conversation with anybody. It's just we're just talking. I feel like I pretty much mastered communication. Hello, that was your voicemail. I feel like I pretty much mastered communication. So if you need help moving a deal or talking to a seller, I'll absolutely JV. I'll definitely do that. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm open. Land space.
This is Latisse.
Latisse. I haven't wholesaled any land. I have a friend in North Carolina who does a lot of land deals. Like that's not the market that I go after. But I'm okay with joint venturing with anybody on anything. Because at the end of the day, if you're bringing a deal, I would hope that you have some market insight, right? If you have that market insight, I have no problem with getting on the phone with, a seller or even a cash buyer to have a conversation about making a deal happen. But no, I've never did a land opportunity before, believe it or not. And but I do have a plug though, and my guy, he real live, and he's done hundreds of land deals, hundreds. I would say thousands, but I ain't trying to give. I don't know if he did all that now, but I will tell you that yeah. So yeah, he knows about the topography, he be measuring stuff. Like he's really great at that. And I actually have some investors that I've done deals with who they build from the ground up.
Welcome to the voicemail.
2023799.
She answered. Let me call her back. And what about you? Do you do land too?
P40.
Is not available. Please leave your message after the tone. After you have finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Hey, Miss Sandra, this is Barbara calling you about your property on Bernini Road over in Southeast. You spoke with my assistant 2 days ago in regards to. I just wanted to introduce myself. I know you're thinking about selling and you got some stuff going on with probate, which is totally fine. I actually specialize in probate. Been doing it for a very long time. Just wanted to introduce myself and see how we can best serve you. Feel free to give me a call back at your convenience. Again, my name is Barbara, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I'm gonna call her. Voicemail. Yeah, I need to put this lead on my nurture list. I need to put her on my nurture list. Yeah, okay, you do both. That's what's up. What area field are you in? What areas do you do? Let me know what area. Yeah, I have been getting so many different leads, and I just gotta spend more time in front of the computer. Under contract for $299. And right now, he interested to her offer, no major minor repairs. The house is in good condition. It's currently vacant. He will sell it around $300. He said with a good offer, he will sell it as soon as possible. But it's under contract. Interesting. Let me see what this property look like. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, this is right across the street from the Boys and Girls Club. I know exactly where that's at. My daughter used to go to that Boys and Girls Club. 1916. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's on the contract. I don't know why he's still looking for an offer though. Maybe the contract ain't going good. Oh, yeah, this house needs not that bad, but I mean, he already got somebody. I don't know why he said he wanted to offer. I could tell him like if it don't work out, you can reach out. I'm not gonna waste my time with that. I'm gonna call somebody else. Oh, this is a condo. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't really care for condos. It just depends on the location. But condos, when I see a condo, I'm like, but I'm not calling this person back. I don't like condos. Who's this lady named Bonnie? BB. What's she talking about? Baby. Okay. She might sell at the end of the year. Does she live there? Oh, I'm gonna call her. Let me see. Let me see your tongue ring. Let me stop. Let me see. Oh, I heard already pulled this one out. I think it's a townhouse. I'm about to call her. Oh, Indiana and California. Oh, okay, nice.
Hello, may I help you?
Hey, Miss Brown, this is Barbara. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. I was calling you. Spoke with my assistant probably about a week ago in regards to your property on Central Parkway. Did I call you at a good time? Yeah. She said you were thinking about selling sometime at the end of the year. I'm not sure. Is that right?
I mean, I told her that it would be possible to be at the end of the year,
Oh, you're
but
not.
not right now.
You're not 100% sure.
Right. I'm not sure if it's going to be the end of the year. You know, if it would be, it would be around that time.
Oh, if you were to do it. And then let me ask you this question. If you were to sell the property, would you be wanting to sell it as is, or would you be looking to actually like put it on the market? If that time, if you did.
It would definitely, it would definitely go to the market.
Okay, you would be looking at, so I'm assuming it's in really good condition.
Yes, it is.
Good condition. Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm an investor, but I'm also a realtor myself as well. And yeah, my goal is to definitely to make sure you get the most money for it, whatever route you go. Yeah. Okay. Well, is it okay I send you an email with my information?
That's fine.
Okay. What's the best email for you?
IBI_Brown@yahoo.com.
At Yahoo. You said it was at BIBI?
Yes.
Got you, at yahoo.com. And if you don't mind me asking, what would be the reason for you to actually sell?
It's time to move.
You moving outside of DC? You are. Where you gonna move to?
Hopefully, well, it just depends. We got to see what way life is going at that time and what direction God say go in. But it's definitely time to make adjustments. But a lot is contingent upon that with the interest rates and everything. So I'm just making wise steps. So I just told her that because that would be the time if I decided to. It would be the end of the year.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this presidency. People losing their jobs. It's a lot going on. So I get it.
It's a lot, and the interest rates is ridiculous. So that would be the determining factor.
Yeah, I don't think they're going down. I don't think they will be going down by the end of the year. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, and that really might be
my faith is really in God, but I'm not ignorant to the fact that we got to deal with the system, right? But my goal is to have a build. So if the interest rates will still affect me when it comes down to building, you know,
Right.
it might not affect me as bad as if my family has some land. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm sharing too much. When it, you know, we'll just see. But I'll keep your information.
Okay, yeah, and I'll definitely email you and stay in touch. My name is Barbara again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So, my goal when I call people, I had literally just did a Instagram video yesterday. You got to come off relatable, like a family member or a friend. I am great at getting people to share things with me, you know, like, cause she wasn't saying nothing. I'm like, okay, you're going to sell maybe at the end of the year. Like, why? Like, what's making this change? So she's saying it depends on the interest rates. Lady, them interest rates is not going down. They not. Let me see. Spoke today. Let me put this note in here. Said, and then she was very ambiguous. You know, when you say God, wherever God takes me, you can't argue when someone says God, right? She is thinking about selling because she wants a change. And you got to also understand too, when I ask her a question, when you ask somebody like, "Oh, where you moving to?" It's not like, "Oh, where you going?" Right? Because now when you ask, so I learned this. When you ask somebody a question, you actually disarm them, right? Because if they lie, they have to think about the lie, right? But we're here, so I got you. I got you. I'm right here in front of you. If I ask you a yes or no question, you can easily lie. You can easily say yes or no. I'm not asking you to do anything, but when I ask you a question, you're now searching in your brain for an answer, right? Unless you're like a great liar. So she was searching her brain for an answer. She was still ambiguous, but she also said, "Well, wherever God takes me, like." I mean, I can't argue with you on that point, right? But she also said it depends on the interest rates. So that gives me a better idea of what she is. She wants to sell retail and she wants to take the money from that house to actually buy another house wherever that will be. So that's good insight because you know what type of person it is. Now, on the investment side, it's not a deal. I mean, then she said her house is in good condition and she has to sell it because she wants to buy a brand new house. So if a person is trying to sell a house to buy a brand new house, and this is a pre-foreclosure too, Phil, by the way, you had asked me, do I bring up the pre-foreclosure? No, I don't. I don't. Because that's if I would have said, hey, I see you in pre-foreclosure, she probably would have hung up on me. She know her bills ain't paid. She knows she ain't paid that. Like I don't have to like do that. Now, maybe when I get into further rapport with her, we can have a conversation about that. But up front, I don't want to get too personal with people, right? So my goal when I have these phone calls is just to get as much information as I can. And then, and just see if we can build rapport. So is she somebody that could potentially be a client? Absolutely. She would be a client on the listing side because she also said, I'm sharing too much. I'm literally a complete stranger. That's the first time I've ever had a call with her. She wants to change up. So I just got to put that note on her account. So long story short, to me, it was a good call because I was able to get her email. I'll shoot her my information. And I'll stay in contact with her that way. But other than that, I'm not always looking to close. Like I'm not looking to strike out on the first hit. But I am looking to build rapport with people, right? I am looking to get them to remember me, get them to remember my name, get them to remember my voice. So if an opportunity does present itself, I'm somebody to be thought about. I spoke to the ex-husband. He said he's going to sell it and gave us our number to call back. I don't even know what this is. It says Sandy Spring, Maryland. I don't even know where this is. This might be Baltimore County. Oh no, this is Montgomery County. Ooh. Let me see. Sandy Spring, Maryland. Okay. Oh, it's a cute small little house. I can't even see I don't even know what it looks like. I'm about to call her though. I'm about to call this looks like it has I'm about to call it. Let me call this lead. Let's see. Brook Road. All right. Okay, it's a one level, 1,196 square foot house. I'm gonna call. Spoke to the ex-husband. I don't know what's wrong with his phone number. Let me see.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
I'm gonna call back.
Your call has been forwarded to.
No answer. I'm gonna call back one more time. One more time. All right, they're not answering. Cool. I was supposed to call this other lead. Let me call. McFarland. No. Nope. Let me just go down the list. Because if I don't, this might be a good one.
Please leave your message.
She answered and call back.
Please leave your message for.
I'm gonna call back one more time. She might be busy. I don't see the house sold in 2024, did it? It sold 2024. Huh. So what? Now I'm confused. Is that the same property? Yes, it is. So let me pull up the MLS. Oh yeah, I ain't calling her back. I don't know what she talking about. She might be talking about selling a different property. Okay. No. Hey, Kamar, this is Barbara. How are you?
Finding yourself.
Good. You spoke with my assistant Jan about a property on Chillum Road. I'm sorry, Chillum Place in over Northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Are you thinking about selling the property or?
Yeah, I am, but I was just trying to, because right now I got lawyer and everything, so I won't go through them, but I was trying to see what the cash offer was.
To sell the property, why you need to go through your lawyer?
Because it's in probate, so.
No, that don't mean nothing. I've been doing probate for 10 years. And if you want to sell a property, you don't have to go through your lawyer. Now, if you feel like maybe you need your lawyer to help you because you may not be comfortable with the person you're working with, yeah, by all means, but you're just gonna get more fees for sending them your real estate stuff. They're gonna just charge you. Now, I'm not saying that nothing is wrong with that if you feel that's what you want to do, but I'm just saying you don't have to.
Right. And that's why I said I wanted to hear what the offer was.
Gotcha.
Because in my eyes right now, money talking.
Let me ask you this question. Is the property vacant?
No.
You living in the property?
No, my brother's staying there.
Oh, I see. Let me ask you, so do you know if he has anywhere to like kind of move to or?
I don't care, so it doesn't matter.
Well, we could buy it, but we wouldn't be able to buy it with him in there though. So that's what I'm just trying to gauge to see. You know how DC tenant laws is, right?
It don't matter. He's getting out of there. That's the least of your words right there.
Okay, I'm just asking because I've been in a lot of situations where they like I ain't going nowhere, and then we
That's why it's in probate right now, and if he can't come up with the money to buy me out, he got to get out anyway.
Yeah, that's true. He gonna have to definitely do that. I got a few. Yeah, I things I understand. So let me ask you this question. Yeah, how is the condition of the property in your opinion? Does it need work? Is it in good condition, or has it been upgraded or anything?
No, it's in good condition. It's in good condition. Only thing I would say it really needs is windows. We got like upstairs windows. Upstairs or downstairs windows. Upstairs windows is fine.
Okay. Do you know what the age of the roof is? I mean, I know this is not your house, but I have to ask these questions to formulate the offer.
My house.
Oh, it's your house?
Yeah. Well, it's me and his, but that's why I say it's him probably, and he can't do nothing about what I'm going to do. So.
Okay, got you. Okay, so let me ask you.
Is, my mother had just got the roof when she passed. Just got it done, so it's about 4 years old.
Oh, it's brand new. Okay, that's a good thing. And then what about the HVAC system? Is it central AC and heating?
Yep.
Okay, let me write this down. Central AC and heating. And then is that the last time that was upgraded or no?
Last year.
Okay, 2024. Okay, that's a good thing. And then what about the electrical? Do you know if it's upgraded to like a 200 amp panel or you're not sure?
No, I know. No, it's working on. It worked fine, but it's an old one.
Yeah.
It's a new box. What you call it? The breaker box. It's a new breaker box, but everything else is the same.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably got to take a look at the breaker box, just to see if it was upgraded. Which is and it may have been upgraded. You just okay. And then what about plumbing? Any plumbing updates or any problems with the plumbing? No, got it. Okay. And then how many beds? It's 3, I'm assuming. How many beds?
3 bedrooms.
3 beds. And then what, 2 baths or 3 baths?
Yeah, 2 baths.
2 baths. I got you. And then I'm assuming I'm really familiar with the area. I just sold a property on 11th Street, not far. Do you is it parking? Is it off-street parking over there?
No.
Okay, no off-street parking. Yeah, that's big in DC.
Off-street parking?
Yeah.
People park behind the house.
Okay, yeah. So
behind the house.
But it's a space behind the house.
Yeah, okay, you got the backyard,
Mm-hmm.
you got the gate, and then it's almost like a one-way. And you got the alley, then another one-way. So it's like 2 sides of the alley where it's enough space for you to park your car. Main alley.
Okay, got it. Okay.
That's what a lot of people do park at, because the bus comes down our street, black people don't like having a car on the street. So they park behind the house.
That makes sense. And was there any upgrades done to the house, like the kitchens and the bathrooms?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna definitely have to do the kitchens and the baths. And then what about like flooring? Like, is it hardwoods or is it like carpet?
Hardwood.
Okay.
Downstairs, carpet upstairs.
Okay, and carpet. Okay, gotcha. Okay, and I'm pretty much familiar with the neighborhood. Okay. So price wise, where do you have to be in order for this to make sense for you?
Say about 450.
Okay, around 450. Is there if you don't mind me asking, do you guys own any mortgages or have any liens against the property?
No, that house is paid for and good. Property taxes good. Everything is straight.
Got you. Okay. I think 450. I mean, we're somewhere in the 400 range. Like I said, we just bought one. We bought it for 400 on 11. I think in order for me to give you a definite number, I would definitely want to see it just to kind of look at the basement height, just to kind of get a feel for it.
Right, but and see, that was my main thing. I just mainly wanted a rough estimate. That's and see that'll get the wheels turning because like right now I'm just waiting for everything to get done with probate, which will be done on the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like my lawyer like, hey, you want me to just send him a note so he can go or marshals? I said send the marshals and then kick his ass out. Let me excuse my name, not me. But yeah, so that's how that's going. And then the house is on the market. So right now, what you're doing, what we are doing is discussing, and you be first in line with me as far as I'm concerned, because like I say, he can't buy me out. He don't have the money. He is there because unfortunately I was incarcerated. But now that I'm home, I told him get things in order, and we can work something out.
Right.
He didn't want to do anything, so I said, okay, well, I know how to handle this. And everybody like, well, keep the house. No, I'm just going to put it and sell it, get rid of it that way because it alleviate all the problems. So,
right.
Here we are.
Mm-hmm. I understand. So, yeah, that's a little tough though, especially with, I mean, I understand. I understand how this thing works, with family and probate. Did they issue your letters of administration yet?
Like I say, on the 27th.
They said they're
putting the paper and all that. I took all the proper steps to do everything where there is no backlash on anything that I am getting ready to do. So I took all the proper legal steps and everything. Like I said, on the 27th, it's not really any, and the thing about it's not nothing really he can dispute. The only thing you can dispute is, I got, like I said, give me $350 to him, and you good because the house is appraised at $509. So, and there's some other stuff, but yeah, like I say, if he can give me $350, he can keep the house, do whatever he wants. Other than that, give me my money.
Right. Yeah. Then okay. I see. I'm pulling up the portal now. Yeah, they didn't issue you the letters yet. You did file a bond. I see that you filed a bond on that. Yeah, you definitely got to file a bond, especially if you were incarcerated for some time, because they may look at that. The judge may see that. So yeah, once you get the letters of administration, yeah, you can definitely move on it. I think we can definitely get a deal done, and we can make it work. So when you go with a direct buyer, you don't have to pay realtor fees or commissions, right? And then of course we'll be buying it as is. You're not necessarily having to put any work into it, or take all the stuff out. We'll take care of all that kind of stuff for you, and then we close within 14 to 21 business days as well. But yeah, I mean, so it seems like something that we could potentially do. Like I said, price wise, I just got to see it to give you like a firm number. I can't give you a firm number without actually putting my eyes on it. But I think that, yeah, I think we can actually absolutely make something work. What you thinking?
Like I say, I'm just waiting until the 27th so I don't feel like this. I don't be procrastinating or selling no dreams. I like to be straightforward about my business. So that's why I say I'm basically waiting until the 27th. The paper is signed and everything is before the ink ain't even dry, I'm like, okay, well, where she at? I'm trying to see how we looking. So, yeah.
Got it. Okay, what's your let me get your email real quick so I can send you my info. What's the best email for you? Mm-hmm. 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 At Gmail. And let me ask you a question. Where you going? Because I'm assuming you live there. Where you gonna move to once the house sells?
I don't live there.
Oh, you don't? Just your brother
That's
lived
the
there.
problem. See, he was he was living there. I told him give me $500 a month, and you can play house with your little girlfriend.
Oh, he can't give you 500? Oh God. You gotta be kidding me.
That's where all the issues came up. I'm serious, it's a heart attack.
And I'm assuming
everybody, with my people and my family is all that.
And your mom, she didn't have a will. She didn't have.
Just take over.
And your mother didn't have a will.
Well, she had a written. No, and her written will it wasn't notarized, but it was everything between me and him. It's just me and him. So. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I get it. Is he working at all? Does he got a job?
Yeah, don't ask me where though, but he worked.
Okay. That makes it better because the judge look at all of that stuff. Okay.
What? As far as what?
As far as
what? I'm asking you because I don't know.
Yeah, as far as this, right? You're saying that someone lives in a property technically that they have some type of ownership in, right? Because you guys both have some type of interest in ownership in. Yeah. And then they're going to look to see if he can afford the property or if he could, like let's just say he wasn't working and he ain't have nothing. They will be more so favored to him because he don't got nowhere to go. He don't have no money, but he has money, right? He could put, you see, so they all of that kind of builds up into the case. If the person don't have no financial resources in it,
and he got a little.
He said his little girlfriend.
I'm not even gonna get into that. All I'm saying is he got a little girl living there with him, so they paying the bills together. She got mail and all that stuff going. So it's just like my whole thing with it was why you can't give me that. You just you just want to live for free. Like, nah, this you can't live for free. Because I got a place. You got a place. Why you charging me?
What?
Life ain't fair. That's just what it is.
Well, you gotta pay everywhere you go. Yeah, so, I understand.
You and I both know that.
Shit, I wish I had it sweet like that. Shoot, I would listen.
That's my whole point. Like, you got a whole house for $500. Like,
that's sweet. Give me that deal. I'm taking that.
And you enlightening me on that because I would have thought it would have been the other way around. He don't have no job, he can't pay nothing, but he definitely needs to go. But you saying because he can, he really needs to find somewhere else to go. Right.
Yeah. Because you got to think about how the judge is going to look at it. In DC tenant court, you're not in tenant court, but the law is that they want to keep as most people off the street as they can. Right. So you have squatter rights and things like that. So if a person didn't have no money, they not trying to put them out in the DC government, not trying to put them out on the street. And then and then also part of your case is that he actually has money. So, I don't know what his credit is, but he can always try to see if he can buy you out. So that's an option. It's not like he don't have money, because if he didn't have money, he couldn't buy you out. So you got to give him that opportunity. And you give him that opportunity and it don't work out, then yes, it's going to be easier to get him out because of probate specifically. But let's just say he was like a friend or something. Nah, getting somebody out of house in DC rarely happens. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard because they favor the tenant. So
not in this case.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time, and I'm really hoping we can get something done. I just sent you an email with my info, and I'll definitely be back in contact with you to see how everything is going, and maybe we can get something going real soon.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, lock me in. I'm Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. I look forward to seeing you too.
Okay. Likewise.
All right.
All right. Have a good one. Bye bye. All right. Let me log that call. So yeah, that was a probate call. Like I told you guys, I do a lot of probate stuff. I actually know that area really well. His price that he's looking for is not that bad. I would more than likely. Let me see. Oh, it's not that. I will come in a little bit less than that. Of course, I didn't tell him a price. Right? You never give someone a real price unless you're ready to do a deal. You just don't do that. That's not good business. Well, it's not bad business, but that doesn't give you the best leverage. To say, hey, I can actually do this. No, yeah, just give it some time. I think that his price is fair. I think that I will come in a little lower, but why is this one on the market for 300 and this one is fully renovated? What's up with that? Oh, this is an auction. Oh, it must have been a property that ooh, they bought it for 450 and they try to renovate it and put it back on the market for not his house. I'm looking at another deal. Oh, I tried to put it on the market for 679 and didn't. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And yeah, another one that's still 565 still on the market. That's a 3 1.5. So yeah, that's probably not going to sell. It's been on the market for almost a year. This one sold for 630 though on 11th Street. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Okay. So yeah, I'll probably be somewhere in the 400s for that, or less, or low 300. I'm sorry, high threes if we can strike a good deal. 2024, 2025. All right, but that was a good call. That was a real good call. Let me put these notes on here. I gotta get ready to go. Spoke to Dad. His brother lives there. It's his girlfriend. The brother is working. He asked the brother to pay $500 a month, and the brother is not paying. He offered the brother the house for $350K buyout. Okay, the condition of the property is the roof is 4 years old. And the AC, the HVAC was redone in 2024. He said he thinks the electrical needs to be upgraded. 3 beds, 2 baths. And kitchen and baths needs to be upgraded. He said 450K is his number. All right, boom. Okay. All right, let me call this next lead. I'm about to get ready to head out. I gotta go check on my daughter. I'm actually gonna start leaving work. Oh, hold on. I'm actually gonna start leaving work early because I can't be in here all day. And this is W Street Northeast. Where is this? I don't even know where it's at. That's interesting. How don't I know where it's at? Let me see. What is that? 1328. Where is this? Oh, Brentwood. Oh, I'm gonna pull up these comps. 1120 square feet. Boy, it's a basement. Let's see. So I don't always pull up comps for every property that I look at, but I'm pulling up these comps because of the notes that my assistant put in the system. Oh, you got a bunch of properties over there on the market that's sitting. Whew, you got a bunch of them sitting. I'm hot. And you got a bunch of properties that's sitting. Is this desirable? 669. Oh, this is fully renovated too. You know, some properties, the way I look at it is it worth the energy to make the call? Based off what I see, they have a lot of activity over here. We got one on the market for 200,000. Oh, that must be in a bad area. Ain't no way. Montana Avenue. This is sitting for 410. Damn, this been on the market for over a year. What's up with it though? It's got to be in a terrible area. I mean, the property clearly needs a full gut. All right, that's that. Oh, I see it. This is W Street. Yeah, this is on the market for. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this area, honestly. And they just sitting. No, I ain't gonna call him. So so that's kind of how I work a little bit. If I ain't pressed about the area, like I know this area, I'm not really pressed to like, you know. Oh, this person said they wanted a cash offer. Let me see where this one at. And then like understand the market is really important. Let's see, where is this? North Capitol. Okay, I don't know exactly what it's at. Riggs Road. Let me see. $44. This is on Crittenden Street. Oh, this property was on the market last year, 2024, and literally the listing expired. It was on the market for 9 days. Oh, they must have had an issue or something. And they said that they wanted to sell. Let me see what's happening over here. It's a reason why that something ain't right. Let me see. I mean, I don't know why it didn't sell. I'm about to call back and see what's up with it. Let me take my comps back a little bit more. Oh, I've been waiting for this call. Hello.
Oh, just I know you've been trying to get a hold of me. I wanted to reach out and see what you were inquiring about.
I sure have. We had closed that real estate transaction at the end of 2023, so that's why I remembered you. But I wanted to see this. So I do real estate, right? I'm an investor and I also I'm a realtor. So I have this client who, I'm trying to buy her house in DC, right? It's an estate property. She has a Section 8 tenant in there and she need to get the lady out. So I was trying to figure out if we can retain your services. I don't know if the eviction process for probate is a little different than the normal process because, it's an estate. So they got to sell the house.
Do they have it could still take a while, but do they have a lease with the person, or is it?
Well, I don't think they have a lease because the person that died 2 years ago, but the person that passed away leased that property out to this lady 16 years ago. So I asked my client, like, where's the lease? I'm assuming she didn't see it because the lady's been there for 16 years. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And has she been paying rent though during that time, like recently, or
no? So what happened was Section 8 they were paying more, but then they reduced the payments. They were paying $1,800, but now they're only paying $1,000, and the mortgage payment is $1,800. So they don't have the money to keep paying the mortgage. And a part of the problem is the condition of the property. The lady wouldn't let them in the property for so long. Like, the property condition is terrible.
Yeah. It's like you can file a petition for rule to show cause, and for like possession of the unit in the probate division, but sometimes depending on the judge you get, they might kick you to landlord and tenant, and then you're dealing with landlord and tenant, which is a way bigger pain in the butt.
Yeah.
A way longer of a process, and it's possible that that's what the probate division, will force in this case, because the woman, I guess, was paying. She had the Section 8 voucher, and that was going to pay somehow the mortgage, or what?
Yeah.
What was that arrangement?
Yeah.
So she was okay. Yeah, I'm sure that she would be given. Even if you're a squatter, you have rights in the District of Columbia. This could be still a lengthy process. Especially if she's able to get counsel, that can really be quite complicated. I don't know. I could handle it, but I think honestly, it sounds like more work than I'm probably able to take on. Or it could be. Just because I don't want to, I want to make sure you're getting competent counsel, I don't want to drop the ball on something like this if it's too much for my guardianship load. I got 35 guardianships, and that's why it's been so hard to get a hold of me, because I'm always out doing medical emergencies. So I don't know if I'm going to do this one, but I can definitely probably find you some people who would be interested in it.
Yeah, I will appreciate that. I just need I remember how you got that one done for me. So I was like, I thought about you.
Yeah, that's a straight sale. But when it comes to landlord and tenant stuff, occasionally I have been in landlord and tenant court, but even when I have an estate case, I hire counsel to do it for me, just because I'm not knowledgeable enough about it, especially if it goes the landlord and tenant, and setting up the eviction process and all that, and arranging with the marshals, and it sounded nice, and it's just there's a lot of complexities that go into that I don't completely know,
right,
as well as I know a lot of other areas of the law and probate. I know how to do it, and I filed plenty of petitions for rule to show cause and stuff, but once you start getting into the Section 8 vouchers, and is it going to be a valid lease and all, there's just, this could be a pain,
Yeah. And I was thinking And I was thinking maybe it would have been a little bit different because it was a probate, because it's not like she went into an agreement with the seller, well, the PR. She went into agreement with the person that died.
Right. No, I don't know. I mean, it could be a little easier. You know, it might. I really don't know.
Right.
You know, I think it all depends on whether or not the probate division says it has to go to landlord and tenant or not. You know, even if it's just like you're dealing with an estate, like you still have to, like when the places are being foreclosed upon, often I'll have to show up like as the PR in a regular civil case, you know?
Right.
And it's happened to me before where I've been the PR of an estate one time, and we had a petition for rule to show cause for possession. And like at the 11th hour, this heir comes forward with these leases that were signed way before my tenure as personal representative. And the former personal representative shouldn't even have ever been it because he was a convicted felon, and you can't be a convicted felon and be a personal representative. And the court still said, nope, I'm going to hold these to be valid enough to go to landlord and tenant, and they can just hash it out there.
Right.
And then that guy was able to get like legal counsel for the elderly, and they pushed it out to a jury trial and like all sorts of crazy stuff. And they were alleging housing violations, even though they were same thing. They weren't letting anybody in, and they were treating the property like crap, but then alleging that there was all these housing violations and like countersued.
Right.
And it's just, it can get messy if you don't find someone who really knows, you know, what they're doing. And that just is, honestly, it's just more work than my little small shop can probably handle if it blows up.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't want to be responsible for anything like that. And the Kemp case was nice and easy. That one, that lady just, the woman who was living there just said, okay, I'll go.
Right.
And that made life so easy for everyone. But that's rare. That is rare. Usually it's a pain in the butt and the people don't want to go. And you got to like convince them to get out, because if they don't, then the case, you know, then the bank's going to foreclose or, you know, whatever it is. So, which is what's going to happen in Kemp. The bank was going to foreclose.
Right.
And then that further drives up the price, you know, the cost. So, I got a number I can give you for the people that I use when I need to do this sort of stuff.
That's fine.
It's just that they're a small little firm in DC, and I don't know if they can take the case or not, but they're great. So the attorney's name is Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if, do you have a pen?
Yeah, I'm writing.
All right. Her last name is Fahrenholz. That's spelled a little tricky. It's FAHRENHOLZ. Fahrenholz.
Got it.
And her number 202-387-8680. I know that off the top of my head. And I think she's extension 105, but there'll be a little prompt that'll say for the directory, and her name will come on and say dial 105 or 106, because her and Patrick do them together. They're a two-man show over there, but they got a couple paralegals and stuff, so they're able to take on a little bit more. So in any event, yeah, give them a call and hopefully they can help you out. Just, explain the issue and they set up a call or something and see if they can help you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And if they can't, yeah, no problem. If they can't, or if they don't, just let me know, and I can easily kind of ask on the listserv. And I could do that, and this is what a potential client needs, to get a woman out of the house. PR needs, assistance with this. I'm sure that some attorneys would want to put their name in the hat. So all the time, there's a lot of, attorneys that are in that kind of specific specific niche. So just let me know if that doesn't pan out, or send me a text, and I'll just put an inquiry on the listserv, and then if anybody responds to that, send it to you.
Okay, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm trying to be helpful, and sorry I couldn't. Last night I don't get much time with my kids, I'm very busy. So it was like my son's soccer practice night.
Oh.
So, and then my other son had attempted to go bathroom on a tree. He's 6 years old, and ended up going all over himself. It was just chaos. It was like, oh man.
Oh.
Man, doctor calling about something else for another person.
Those memories, though, that's going to be something to always laugh about.
Yeah, I know. And they're going to Florida tomorrow, so I was just trying to get some extra time with them in. So I apologize for not, being available. And then today it just kind of slipped away. Saying I was at the hospital and I caught up with some meetings, but I didn't forget about it. So give Kim a call. Just let her know that's what you're in because she does a lot of landlord tenant work, a lot. She's definitely my go-to guru when I have any questions about this stuff. Mm-hmm. And she knows a lot about estates. She's very knowledgeable. And if that doesn't work out, if they can't take your case, or if she doesn't know anybody to refer you to, just let me know, okay?
Okay, will do. Thank you. Have a good one.
Right. Yeah, you too. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was good. Yo, it'd be hard trying to find a good attorney. I'm not even gonna hold you. So so what happened was I was waiting for his call back. I called him like 5 times. He's an attorney. So he closed I had a state property that I sold probably about 2 years ago. And he ended up being the PR for the estate. It was crazy. But he decided to work with me. He decided to pay me a really high commission, which I was happy about. But I felt like he did a great job. So I'm like, well, if he did that, let me see if I can get him to work on this other deal. I got this deal that I'm not trying to do anything. I have this deal that's really great, and I really like the property. But there's a tenant in there, and DC tenant laws favor the tenant. So I'm trying to find the best people to work it in case. So my first course of action is just to talk to the tenant and see if we can come to some type of agreement. Maybe I'll just pay her cash and get her out. If not, I want to have an attorney that I feel really strongly about who can get it done. So the fact that he gave me a referral is important because he's giving me a referral because I know how good of a person he is. So that's big. So I'm definitely going, yeah, that makes me happy. All right, I'm about to get ready to head out of this place. Let me see, who am I about to call real quick? Oh, wait, what? How did I miss this one? I got to get in front of mine. Oh. Damn. Why not? Let me see. Real estate is beautiful. I ain't even gonna lie. What? Let me pull this up on a different screen. She just bought the house. She 3506. This might be a good one. Oh, damn. We too late. She about to put it on the market. Well, she may have already had a client. I mean, she may have already had an agent. And then they said, is it coming soon for 400 or is it coming soon for 500? And she may have already had an agent though. Yeah, she put it on the market for 400,000. Damn, she just bought it a year ago. Oh, it could be she may have lost her job because of this stuff happening with this presidency. That could be what it is too. I mean, this wouldn't have been something I would have been interested in though. I mean, perhaps I'll pull up the comps, but I ain't gonna get into all that. This is other lead I got to call back that was really, really interesting. What was that damn lead? I don't remember the lead name. That's sad. It was McFarlane or something. I definitely got to come to this house. I mean, I said come to the house. I definitely got to come to the... Oh, shit. I got to get to this office earlier. I got so many calls to make. It's ridiculous. And this was on March 28th. She talked to her. And she put this... Oh, she may have already had an agent, though. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Whatever. Tulsa Miss Murray said they're not selling at all because they have equity in the what? Why would you send me that lead? I'm ready to go. I'm getting antsy. Do they want to sell or do they not want to sell? All right, whatever. Oh, I've seen this house already. All right, I remember him. Okay. It was Bonnie and it was another person. Who was that other person? I forgot the name. Let me pull up my calendar. Here it is, Garland. Oh, I see. This was a... What the fuck is the name? I don't even know the damn name. I hate that shit. What the fuck is their name, sis? All right, guys, it's been real. Let me go eat and go check on my baby. I appreciate you guys rocking out with me today. Today was a good day. I think I got one really good lead. However, I don't know if that lead is going to be a contract, because it just dawned on me, right? And which I had wrote down in my notes. The guy who has a situation with his brother, he said that he went to jail, and he said he just came home. Remind you, I just spoke with the attorney. The attorney said you cannot be a convicted felon and be the person representative of an estate. So I noticed that the brother filed a bond, the one who, trying to be the PR and who just came home from jail. We'll see what happens with that. He don't have the letters of administration, and if he doesn't get the letters of administration, of course, he doesn't have the authority to actually sell the property. So he may have not as much power as he thinks, because he was a convicted. Well, I don't know if he was convicted as a felony or misdemeanor. I don't know. But if you just came home from being in jail, I'm assuming it was a felony. I don't think you can go to jail for a misdemeanor. I don't know. But that's something that I have to think about. All right, bye guys.